Have you ever wanted to wear a Rolex to that big dinner party or just around the office but can't afford to shell out all that cash? I'm also thinking maybe like a date night might be a reason. Well, 11 James is the name of the company. It's termed as the Netflix for watches. They're here to help you. Joining us now is 11 James founder and CEO Randy Brandoff. Thank you for joining us, sir.
Good morning.
All right, explain this. The Netflix of watches. How does it work?
11 James is an experience platform that provides dynamic access to luxury, namely luxury watches. So very simply, you make two choices when you join: the types of watches you'd want to wear. We have collections that huddle from $5,000 up to $40,000 or $50,000, and how often you want a different watch, every 2, 3, or 4 months.
So you pay a monthly fee to belong?
You pay a monthly fee as little as $149 a month.
What do you mean as little as? Is there a range?
Yeah, because if you're going to be wearing the $5,000 watches per se, that would start at $149 a month. If you're wearing the Virtuoso watches that are $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, that's closer to $1,000 per month.
So how are you protecting from theft and loss?
Well, it's a membership. You apply, so at least 10% of those who apply aren't deemed, acceptable to the membership, but the majority of folks are. We're getting a good amount of your personal information.
Is it a credit check or what?
Where you work, the background check, etc. And there's obviously multiple levels of insurance.
All right, and what kind of watches do you have? Because there's some beautiful ones on the set that you brought to show us.
We have watches ranging from Panerais, Tudors, Rolex, obviously, Vacheron, Audemars Piguet, FP Journe. I mean, there's 30-plus watches available in our program. If you think about it, the collaborative model has really changed. It's really changed. Luxury world is now about access and experience over ownership. We used to grow up thinking we wanted to own multiple cars, multiple homes, etc. But now virtually every luxury asset class is available as an alternative to ownership.
It's really fascinating. I mean, what's your demographic? Who currently is your customer? Is it mostly men, women, young, old?
That's the beauty of 11 James, why we're so excited about our potential, is it's a really broad array of folks we appeal to. From affluent 30, 40-something consumers.
But who are your current customers?
Right now, it's everything from watch collectors in their 30s, 40s who are affluent, who are using us as a try before they buy, or to get more variety than they want to own, to 20-somethings and millennials. It's the first generation who grew up telling time on their phone and wear their perfect effective training wheels.
I was going to say,
get into luxury watches.
Stuart Varney's always got people on his program, and he's saying, I don't wear a watch, I've got my phone. Why do I need a watch? I mean, is it a passe to have a watch, or is it coming back?
You're talking about a $40 billion global market for new and pre-owned luxury watches. It's grown about 28 or 29 in the last 30 years. So it's certainly not passe. It's a style choice. I can make a custom suit look average.
You. I'm just putting it out there. Everybody can tell time on their phone, and that's their argument.
So this is the latest in the sharing economy. It's $149 at the low end for the $5,000 watch. How high does this go? What would be my monthly fee for your highest
your highest end Virtuoso watches? It would be about just over $1,000.
I just don't understand in that case why you wouldn't just take your $12,000 that you'd pay in a year and just buy a watch.
Yeah. Because in that example, you'd be wearing 6 different $40,000 watches on average. So for $12,000, let's say, you're wearing $250,000 of watches.
That's what used to be called bourgeois. that you could. Well, I'm serious. What's wrong with having like one watch
because
and one automobile?
Because we're all addicted to variety these days, and
because of Instagram and everybody wants to be like.
I think it's fascinating. I mean, Connell McShane, a good friend of yours, another host on Fox,
doesn't know how to tell time.
He made the point that for men, it's like there's a couple major things that are part of your wardrobe. Like women have all these accessories. Men, it's like, he said it's their cell phone and your watch and your wallet maybe or something like, but that's how a man gets dressed.
Good shoes too.
Oh, good shoes.
So this is just domestic U.S. right now. You're not doing the international market. I would imagine that this is like in a place like Hong Kong, a place like Beijing, that this would be pretty popular.
We are U.S. currently. We have individual members as well as...
How many members do you have?
There's a $38 billion corporate gifting and incentive market that we're starting to gain real traction in.
Wow.
So it's both an individual and corporate. We are growing very quickly. We've tripled our growth from year one. This is our second year. By the end of next year, we'll have thousands of members and growing quickly.
It's a fascinating business model, but I guess we want to get to smartwatches. Are you going to be offering those as well? I mean,
smartwatches has a new smartwatch out.
Here's the thing about smartwatches. One, I love them because they're taking millennials who grew up without anything on their wrist, and they're getting them used to wearing something on their wrist. And then we'll be here, when they're ready to trade up. But the majority of watch collectors and watch enthusiasts I know who have tried smartwatches have come racing back. We even have seen those offering to trade in their smartwatch to gain access to 11 James.
All right, so what if
what
if I'm a customer, I'm wearing one of your $40,000 or $50,000 watches, and I leave it in the bathroom at the hotel and it's gone?
Has that happened? What's your worst experience so far with a watch going missing?
I love them all like my children, so if any of them don't come home, I'm very sad.
He's showing up at your house.
In reality, our members wear our watches as if they were their own, and just as if you lost a watch, you'd be personally responsible. You would be in this instance, but there is insurance for if you damage it. If there's theft, there's insurance.
Has every one of them come back, or have you lost some of your
We've had many thousands of watch rotations, and you're talking about small handfuls of issues.
We've definitely got our attention clearly. So, I mean, it's
we're both watch
We're both watch people, and what I love is I don't have to pay to maintain those watches, which when you have a nice watch, an automatic, I'm referencing, I guess, it costs money to maintain a watch, so it's great.
We take the maintenance out of it. We take any risk of residual value out of it. It's just meant to be fun.
Randy Brandoff, thank you. Great business model.
Thank you so much.